I appreciate the opportunity to attend this Tech and Track conference in Hiram, Ohio. Actually, there were quite a few things that I have never done in my whole life in this conference. For instance, it was my first time to eat a Taco Bell, and it was my first time to do a yoga class with a teacher, and it was my first time to play cornhole game, and I think I did quite satisfactory. And it was my first time to kayak in river, and the first time to do geocaching. So I had a good plenty of fun through the conference, and you can probably feel the track piece from my experience. So more importantly, during from the conference, I saw how different apps in iPad can be used in classroom to engage students better, to deepen students' learning, and conduct instant assessment in class, and also take good notes using Notability, etc. And particularly, I really like taking notes in Notability. That's also my first experience to use this app as well, even though I owned it for a long time, but this is the first time I formally use it. There are absolutely opportunities for us, Midland, for us to make students learning more engaging to the next level. I also experienced a good number of different apps. To be honest, it was quite overwhelming for me to use so many apps during a few days. Another thing that I noticed in Hiram, about 50% of their faculty members were so-called early adopters on the iPad program. Hiram, they provide opportunities like they call it happy hours, and also they provide incentives to help and motivate faculty members to grow, to learn, and they also have their own faculty members to share their own success or failures with other faculty members. So, but we mentioned that 50% were early adopters. In other words, some other faculty members have not yet used the iPad in their classroom. So they have been asking their faculty to at least try one thing. Now, even though they have provided different training opportunities, I heard that they still struggle to train their both faculty and students on some basics. I believe it is extremely important for us, if we do go with this iPad one-to-one initiative, to provide an effective training process to our faculty members and students. So basically, my takeaway, there are tons of apps out there. We should have reasonable expectations. Don't be too aggressive, and use the iPad right. We should also be aware that iPad is great, and but there are limitations. It can do a lot of things great, but it cannot do everything. So for instance, it can't replace my laptop yet. I still have to default some of my work to my computer. Now I would say begin with something doable and useful. Begin from there.